You're listening to Sheep, where we put the funny back into the news. I'm Andrew Bolton, and with me, as always, my fellow sheepalite, Mel Fessenden. All right, and we are back with another episode.
Hello, everyone. It is I, Mel Bolton.
And it is me, Andrew Bolton. And together we are
The
Sheep.
Nice.
Yeah. Top 20.
Mm-hmm.
It's in there.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, it's more says about the rest of ours, not really that one.
I've honestly forgotten the rest of them.
I haven't. It hurts deep, Mel.
I'm okay with that.
All right.
You want some salt?
No.
Some lemon juice?
I would have. A Band-Aid with Looney Tunes on it and a kiss would have been nice. But, beggars can't be choosers. All right. Well, it is Friday, guys.
Happy Friday.
That's right. We made it.
Congrats.
To the golden land. Golden time. You know what I'm picking.
Golden hour?
You guys are, yeah. There we go. Yep. You're picking up what I'm putting down. You're pooping. No, I'm scooping what you're pooping. Other way around.
But we have to be doing it.
Yeah, you got to scoop my poop.
Yeah.
Right. Alrighty, guys. Well, to get through your Friday a little bit faster, I've got some stories lined up for you.
Oh, thank goodness.
All right. And boy, are we starting off with a doozy. Man in China, arrested for marrying off underage, mentally disabled daughter to 3 different men for money.
I think that's a valid reason to go to jail. He's just selling his daughter.
Yeah. Not only the one guy, fine. 2, understandable. But 3,
well,
my God.
I guess if you just did it on the one guy, it wouldn't seem so much as a sell-off. But at this point, he's just renting her out.
Yeah, I don't know if he promised her and he's like, nah, sorry, we're on back order for that model. You're like, that's not how people work, I don't think.
Your wife passed the time to have more children? Or?
Oh, wow, yeah. Do you have 17 years? You're like, no, I don't. Those are my best years.
Yeah.
So the father, surnamed Ji, from Lianyuan Hunan province, sold his daughter Tingting to receive bride payments. He claimed that his daughter was over 20 years old, although she was born in January of 2005.
Ooh,
wow.
I don't think that makes the cut.
No. Asians are not good at math now? I don't understand the stereotypes
not
anymore.
This one.
Man, what's going on? So Tingting, first, that's also not the name that you want to give a mentally disabled daughter either. No. You got to give them something like...
well, I'm sure it's probably better in their own language.
Yeah.
For us, it sounds a little silly.
Well, it's not the silliness of it. It's the repetitiveness of it for me.
Oh.
That makes it seem like she's only got that one thing down. Right? Just put it twice. Ting? And you're like, yes, Ting Yuan. And you're like, she's not getting the yuan. Let's just go with Ting Ting.
Yeah.
Seems a little disrespectful. So Ting Ting first got engaged to a man in 2018 when she was under 14 years old. My God. So in 2019, she was engaged to a man surnamed Chen in his 30s. She had just turned 14, although Xi kept her true age a secret. Do you feel any shame for these guys that are in their 30s and trying to marry off a 14-year-old girl?
Well, I don't think I don't know if they knew.
They knew.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he was broadcasting her to be older.
Yeah. 20. Yeah. All right. Fair enough.
Which is they probably got her home. And if it was a traditional bride setting, her face was probably covered during the ceremony.
Yeah. Is that how they do it in China?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. I haven't looked at too many wedding ceremonies, but
it's like a gate?
I remember seeing some traditional wedding garb photos.
So is it like a mask? Is it a veil, or is it like a?
I think it's a red veil. I think they're dressed completely in red.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
I like the red. That's a
yeah,
nice touch.
other countries like more vibrant colors.
Yeah, pure.
Like
We're
India does the same thing too.
Yeah, we do white, which is supposed to be purity, right? You're supposed to be very pure on your wedding day.
Well,
what a joke.
I'm trying to remember because I think the Japanese might also do white, but they do like a hooded thing. But I could have gotten the Chinese wedding gown and the Japanese wedding gown mixed up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's see here. Chen, in his 30s, she had just turned 14, although Xi kept her true age a secret. That sneaky woman. Girl. The matchmaker who brought the two together stated that she was 18 years old and young and fertile.
Ugh.
And that she doesn't even know that 1 + 1 = 2. Well, if that's
her selling.
if that's not what you want, you can do anything. She will not catch on.
She believes in everything.
Yeah. She also does not know how a broom works, though. So there's that, too.
Yeah, right? Like, there should be... I want to say that it would be too low of a standard to look for.
I feel like this is worse on guys in this instance, where we're like, she can't think. They're like, oh, not a lick. You're like, I'll always win in Scrabble. They're like, oh, yeah. You're like, give me that woman.
I'm sure they're more like, I'll win every debate. Yeah. Hands down.
Can you put her, can you box her up for me and wrap her? Send her to my place? Perfect. So when Chen asked Tingting for her ID card to open an account at the bank, he discovered that she was only 16 years old.
I mean, this lie was going to come out pretty fast if she was the one that had to cover it up afterwards.
Yeah, if we're banking
Tingting would have no idea the lie was still going.
Yeah, how old are you, Tingting? I'm Ting. You're like, no, Tingting. How old are you?
Oh, man.
Well, she probably doesn't know English, so fingers crossed on that one.
Poor girl, though. 3 times?
Well, once and then promised twice, I think.
Oh, okay.
So he and his family, however, expressed nonchalance as the two had already been married for more than 2 years at the time. Yeah.
2 years.
So you've already had her in 14 and 15, right? So it's like... yeah, I guess kind of what's the big deal at a certain point?
Like, and then he still returned her.
No, he didn't return her.
Oh, I thought he did, and then the father tried to marry her again.
No. He tried to return her, but he lost the receipt. I hate it when that happens. And he didn't have the card on file anymore.
Oh, okay.
That's...
Yeah, I just...
Companies these days.
2 years is a long time for receipts.
Yeah, I mean, everything went over to digital in that time. Things get lost in a move. So she was young and fertile, which is difficult to find in rural regions, Chen said, per South China Morning Post.
Yeah, the dad just couldn't wait 2 more years.
No, this is her husband saying this.
Yeah, well, that's how she was sold to him.
Oh, yeah, young and fertile.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, 2 years feels like a long time to wait, also.
Right, what age was she? She was 14 when she...
Yeah, She was 14.
He really jumped the gun. 4 more years.
Yeah. He needed to wait a while.
Yeah.
So Xi received more than 90,000 yuan, approximately $13,328 from Chen's family. He also collected tens of thousands of yuan from the other 2 men as well. When the Chen family discovered that Xi had sold his daughter to a 3rd family, they demanded their money back. Xi refused to return the money.
Who would have thunk it?
Yeah. So when police...
This man's not respectable?
Yeah. Oh, my God. I mean, he sold his daughter off when she was 14 to a respectable family. What's going on? So when police arrested Xi in March, they discovered that he had spent all the money. Yeah, that's what you would do.
Probably gambling.
Now he's a gambler, too?
I wouldn't put it past him.
He is gambling his daughter. You know? They're not gonna find out.
He wants fast cash. And usually, I want to say it's either drugs or gambling.
That's also fair. So the Lianyuan City Public Security Bureau announced on August 2nd that the investigation had been completed. The case has now been sent to prosecutors as they decide whether to charge Xi with fraud. How about, forcing your daughter into a marriage?
Yeah, let's look at, how to help out her.
Oh, but we're forgetting it's China. Totally cool.
Yeah, this is probably the bottom of their list of wrongdoings.
Yeah, they're like, you guys don't care about the Uyghurs for right now?
It's another
We're
Tuesday.
Cool? We can just keep on moving past this? Yeah. So Xi's wife, who also has a mental disability, was sent to a nursing home in Lianyuan City Center, while Tingting was sent to Lianyuan City Social Welfare Institute.
So he's a scum father who's a user and abuser.
Yeah, and he apparently... So he married a mentally disabled woman who gave birth to a mentally disabled girl who is now...
Which he sold off like cattle.
Yeah.
Too soon, too.
For full price. I mean, when the can's dented. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no.
Was that too far?
That was... But I appreciate the joke.
Thank you. I'm
that
nervous.
line is way back there.
Okay. It was just a quick jump over. We're back. We're safe. Everybody's okay.
Oh, man. Yeah.
All right. Well, I wish you the best, Tingting.
Yeah, I hope the one thing that should come out of this coming to light is she gets taken out of that situation and put into a hopefully a respectable place or something that
and
can
everybody's
take care of her.
very nonchalant about 14-year-olds having sex with 30-year-olds. Like a little too nonchalant.
I just, I'm kind of curious at how they didn't put two and two together. Like 14 years old, still borderline looking pretty young.
Yeah, but she could lift like 4 hay barrels.
Yeah. We don't know if she was that kind of mentally disabled, but there's a chance.
There is no other kind. They're all very strong.
Oh.
Yeah. Age of consent in China. Let's find out. 14.
Oh. Never mind. China's beat us on this one.
Yeah. I guess they go, well, we don't age from 14 to 52. So why don't we just, we'll draw the line there.
And pause on aging.
Yeah. All right. Well, I've got my racism out of the way today.
We'll see.
There's a good chance. All right. Let's keep it going, all right? Before I do something worse.
Yeah.
All right, but nothing could be as bad as this next guy.
Okay.
Yeah, segue, guys.
Woo.
So, Russian groom Stepan Dolgik sentenced for wedding day murder of bride.
Ooh. That is a bad omen for sure.
Yeah. So, move over, Putin. There's a new most hated Russian. So, a groom has been sentenced to 18 years for killing his new wife on their wedding day in front of shocked guests.
Oh, that's
That's behavior that you've learned is acceptable.
Yeah, that goes on in your household.
Yeah, you need to take a look at that entire family because there's definitely some abuse happening. If somebody's just so confident that they can murder somebody in front of other people,
Yeah.
their family definitely has some public beatings.
They're above the law.
I wouldn't say above the law. I think that it's probably just how his dad did it, and it's probably how his dad did it, and it's probably how his dad taught him how to do stuff.
Maybe, but still to do that in front of random strangers.
Well, it's not random strangers.
That's another level. Wow.
That's family and friends.
Kind of. Do you remember everyone at our wedding?
Yes.
Perfect answer.
You were there.
There's got to be some folks that are just friends of your parents or
the other side of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So Stepan Dolgik, 35, beat wife Oksana Poludinsteva, 36, to death, then dumped her body in a ravine. Where does everybody find a ravine? How come it's always a ravine when it's anything bad, but whenever it's good, it's like a creek or a nook?
It was a what do they call them? Not location weddings,
Destination?
Destination wedding.
Yeah, final destination.
Yeah.
You set me up on that one. Yeah.
I'll be a part of that.
Yeah, you teed that off for me. But yeah, it's always a ravine whenever it's bad, it's always a ravine. You notice that?
No, I think it's a little bit of everything. People try to find a place where it's not normally going to be visited by other folks.
Yeah. But it's always a ravine, is what I'm trying to say.
It's not always a ravine. There's rivers, there's bridges.
Right. But they always refer to it as a ravine. For some reason, now the word's starting to sound weird to me because I'm saying it so much.
Yeah.
Ravine. I forgot my point. You did this to me.
It was noticing that these things always
try
happen.
to find a positive sentence with the word ravine in it. You will never. And then
I hit my golf ball past the ravine.
Yeah, that's not how people say it, though. I cleared the water with that shot.
It's a very tough golf course.
It avoided the snipers. You're like...
Positive.
Yeah. Is this a pod race on Tatooine? What's going on here? So he told a court in Novosibirsk, I butchered that, Russia, that he believed his new bride was cheating on him. Well, you maybe don't go through with the wedding on the wedding day.
There's one thing I know, that torture is always the best way to find answers, because people definitely don't lie under pressure.
Yeah. I like to find out all my secrets after the wedding. Is that crazy? So, Dolgeek had a previous conviction for murder, but the wife, who got to know him while he was in prison as a pen pal, believed she could tame him. A little on her. I'm going to say 90-10. 90% his fault, 93% his fault, 7% her fault.
Yeah, it's tough because you...
Why is it tough?
You don't want to victim blame, but the warning signs were definitely right in front of her face behind the bars.
Well, like, you don't want to victim blame, but also there's people that, fall off cliffs taking selfies.
Yeah. You put yourself in a stupid situation, you win stupid prizes.
Yeah, you play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that this is her fault in the higher than 10%ers. But it is about 7% because you're going, what are you doing getting together with a guy that murdered somebody?
Yeah, why can't you pick the guy that jaywalked?
Yeah.
That would have been great.
The slight bad boy.
Yeah.
The guy who's got...
public indecency.
He's got a mohawk, right? So he actually spends 3 hours on his hair, but he seems really bad boy.
Yeah, that is the one thing you should think about with those guys.
Yeah, it takes a long time to get that look together. So witnesses said he started kicking and punching mother of one. Oh, and you're a mom, and now you're inviting a murderer to stay with your child? Totally irresponsible. I'm back over past 10%.
Yeah, I lost a lot of sympathy. It's one thing to endanger just yourself.
But when you've got a kid now, kid becomes priority, then you're number two, or husband is number two, or you're number two. You can switch those, but kid's number one. And if you're marrying a guy that's a murderer, you think that's going to be a good father figure for your child?
Yeah. Like, he could have done his time and gone out of prison. You met him afterwards. But the fact that you, were pen pals with him in prison.
Yeah. You weren't even trying to meet a nice guy.
No. Yeah, I try to feel for people to have redemption. I don't think murderers really have too much going on in that heart of theirs.
I got no problem with murders. Get a dog.
Yeah.
Really
just...
Get
maybe just stay single.
Just stay single for a while. But, once you're out of... I don't know. I just think that this mother showed...
horrifying.
I think this mother showed a lot of... don't get me wrong. How do I put this? I think this guy is nothing more than an animal.
Yeah.
So I'm treating him like an animal. And once an animal has eaten human, or is, it now has a taste for human.
Yeah.
So I'm going to assume that he's going to do it again.
Yeah. If you know a dog likes to give chase and attack someone that's running away, you don't play with that dog and run away from him.
Right.
You don't. Yeah.
You're asking for trouble. And I think she was asking for trouble. And it's horrible to say that, but you also don't want to see other people go into this situation, and you don't want to say, well, it was just this one guy, and you go, no, this guy's got a history of murder.
Yeah.
Like, for example, my sister. She dated an ex-drug dealer, and she goes, oh, he's an ex-drug dealer. He's going to get better. What did he turn to? Drugs.
Yeah.
And you're going, what do you think? Obviously, this is what he was going to do, you moron.
Yeah. It's, when the shoe fits.
Yeah. So he accused his new wife of behaving incorrectly.
So he behaved more incorrectly.
Yeah, that's how 2 wrongs, as they say.
Yeah. He learned something in prison.
Yeah. So Chief Investigator Kirill Petrushin said he began to punch and kick her outside the house. He continued to attack her inside the house. Okay. He grabbed her by her hair, hit her, pushed her out into the street, where he also continued to strike her body and head. So, outside, inside, now back outside. When she appeared lifeless, he dumped her into a nearby ravine.
Ugh. I can't help but just think he's an idiot. He's an idiot that murders.
Yeah, well, I tend to find anybody that murders somebody out of emotion tends to be a bit stupid.
Yeah.
Just because they're not in control of their own emotion.
Yeah, he's probably low on the IQ scale of things.
Right. I feel like low IQ people are the ones that generally not necessarily have a temper, but react violently with a temper.
Yeah.
So let's see here. Where was I? The incident was several hours after the couple had exchanged vows at their wedding. I wonder what his vows were.
Right.
Yeah.
That is a curiosity for sure.
I promise not to. There's a lot of dark stuff, I could say.
Yeah. We'll all take it upon ourselves to imagine what realm of joke you could make.
Yeah. Fine.
I vow not to hurt a single hair on her body. Just all of them. There you go.
Oh, wow. That was dark, Mel. I vow never to hurt you. Just kill you.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. The other guests were reportedly too scared to intervene, but they called law enforcement. Wow, your guys are a little responsible, too.
Yeah, there was no... I hate to put this on the guys, but there was no able males to... when he was just beating her to try to take him down.
In all fairness, they were probably on his side of the wedding, right? Young guys tend to hang out with young guys.
Right, and I don't know how many friends she would have if she's hanging around a prison.
No. Oh, yeah, that's true.
I would picture an individual as herself probably to be kind of isolated.
Yeah, it seems that way. So the groom was detained at the scene by the Russian National Guard. Oh my God! So Dolgik confessed to the killing, said Petrushin, senior regional detective of the Russian Investigative Committee. He beat her for a long time in front of witnesses and struck her vital organs in the torso and head. He said. He fully admitted guilt during the investigation, but failed to repent. What? How do you admit something like that, but not... He goes, nope, that's exactly what I wanted to have happen. That's crazy.
He could be one of those individuals that's been in prison so long, it's more comfortable going back.
He probably does know it better, right?
Yeah.
So he was jealous of her with one of the male guests. Well, that male guest really didn't show up, did he?
Yeah.
So it seemed to her husband that she had behaved incorrectly, which caused a scandal. I mean... maybe she did. Who knows? So that doesn't merit.
She could have just smiled at someone wrong.
Yeah, she also
in
could.
His eyes.
Yeah, she also could have just grinded on some other dude.
Yeah, I don't know how much weight there was to this relationship.
No, neither one of those merit murder or beating or anything like that. So all the rest were afraid of him, so they tried to intervene, but were rebuffed. A friend said she truly loved him and was waiting for release. Like his release. Not death's sweet release.
Ah, I see.
Yeah. So the deceased woman knew about his criminal record, said Petrushin. They met while he was serving a sentence in prison for his previous crimes. She did not think while drinking alcohol or just in a fit of anger a person like this may go over the limit and commit a serious crime, he added. Yeah, I guess she didn't.
Yeah, but to say this was just because, alcohol happened. No, this guy's got some deep-seated hate.
Aggression. He's now turned it into a pattern. Okay? These are now 2 murders. He is now a murderer.
I don't think that's quite right.
I think that's how you do it in plural. When they've murdered.
It was murder.
Is that what you are when you're a murderer? When you murder murderers?
Oh, I think it's all just murder.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you're not a murderer?
No, it doesn't keep going with every kill.
Murderer. Ruh-roh.
Really, yeah, it really takes the edge off of that career path.
I see here that you killed 19 people. Are you aware that makes you a murderer? Like, I can't take this seriously anymore.
I look ridiculous in changing paths.
No, Your Honor, that makes me a murderer. Okay, this has gone on long enough.
Yeah.
We need a better format for this.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that this happened to you. I will say that if somebody was telling me this story and they left out the part where he was a murderer, and then at the very end somebody was like, "Oh yeah, also, he was in jail for murder," and you go, "Oh well, yeah, now everything makes sense."
Yeah, it just takes a little bit of the shock factor out of it.
Well, it takes all the shock. A murderer murders again.
Yeah, who would have thunk it?
That could have been the title of this story. Murderer murders wife.
Yeah.
Well, we know how he solves his problems.
Oh, yeah.
Horrible. Glad he didn't hurt the kid at all. Glad.
Yeah, glad it didn't get to that point, but kid's lost a mother now.
Yeah, now the kid has nobody, right? Hopefully the father's still in the picture. Fingers crossed on that one.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on. All right.
What you got?
All right. Well, we've seen the worst of men. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Gillette. And now let's see what women are capable of.
Okay.
California dermatologist. I can't believe she did it. Congratulations. No. California dermatologist UAU arrested for allegedly poisoning husband.
Oh.
That's right.
What is a dermatologist's skin? Skin? Okay.
Yeah. So a Southern California dermatologist was arrested. That is exactly where I would think she was. To be, if I had to think of a poisoning dermatologist, I would have thought Southern California. Or North Florida. Weirdly enough.
Somewhere sunny.
Yeah, it needs to be. Well, obviously, you're not going to make good money as a dermatologist unless you're someplace where skin cancer is prevalent.
But yeah, I would have put Florida as my number 2 as well.
Yeah, Florida's never far from my mind when it's a murder.
Anything crazy.
Yeah. So a Southern California dermatologist was arrested last week for allegedly poisoning her husband, who set up a hidden camera to catch her in the act.
Oh.
Police said. So
he
found out.
He found out and he saved himself.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Wow.
Whew. So UAU 45, who treats patients at an office in Mission Viejo, was busted Thursday after cops served a search warrant on the couple's $2.5 million mansion in Irvine.
And you were that well off? I don't know why you can't be satisfied.
Yeah, why do you gotta...
Like,
did you work really hard in the garden? Just didn't want to sell the house? I don't understand. Get a divorce.
Man, maybe she signed a prenup. But even then,
you're well off.
You're a skin doctor.
Yeah, you're a dermatologist.
In California, I bet you make bank.
Yeah, you definitely do.
All those people tanning themselves all the time.
And the connections you have. I mean, somehow you have poison.
Yeah.
So, Yu's 53-year-old husband, Jack Chen. So he's not that much older than you. 8 years.
Yeah, it's not even like he's old and decrepit.
Right, and guys age better.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, Asian though.
Yeah, she's got a good another 10 years, 15 years.
25, 30, yeah. So, 53-year-old husband Jack Chen told police he had been suffering from an unexplained ailment for about a month.
She was slowly doing it.
Yeah, and he goes, you got to think that he's like, I think, he goes, I'm not feeling well. She goes, how about some Eastern medicine? And he goes, I think that's what's got me into this in the first place, witch. So his condition became increasingly worse, and based on the husband examining his routine and looking at what could be causing it, he grew suspicious of his wife.
Ooh, can I guess the poison?
Sure.
Arsenic.
No idea.
Oh.
And put a hidden camera in place that captured her poisoning him. Ooh. Irvine Police Lieutenant Bill Bingham told the Post Monday. Yu's husband of... Whose husband? Yu's. Yu's husband of 10 years, who turned over the video evidence to authorities, sustained significant internal injuries, but is expected to recover, police said. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
God.
I could also see it being some sort of medicine that she knows. If you provide too much, it can mess with the system.
Oh, yeah. Just give it to him without his knowledge?
Yeah. She just writes it off to a patient and then turns in the slip for herself.
So they were married for 10 years. So he was 43 and she was 35 when they first met. Or when they got married, anyways. That's not...
No, it's not that. But I just don't understand people being so greedy. She's in a $2.5 million mansion. What more do you want from life?
I don't know. Happiness, love, a hug every once in a while.
Get
Is that too
yourself
much
a pool boy. That's what all the crazy ladies do.
Yeah, just cheat.
Yeah, whatever happened to that?
If you're morally okay with murder, you got to be morally okay with cheating, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd much rather be found out that I was getting cheated on than poison. Ooh, that's tough in my own
Really?
In my own home? Poisoned versus cheating. Because one makes me feel less of a man. The other one makes me feel like I don't have sound judgment.
Yeah, but at the same time, one could be ultimately your death. Who knows if you'll see through it like this gentleman was. What was his career path, by the way? Does it ever mention it?
It did not broach it, no.
Could be just a true crimes buff like me. Put it all together in his head.
It took about a month. That's not too long.
No.
So Bingham, I think it would take me... I think I would die from poison.
Yeah, because you would just take a while to go to the doctor.
Yeah, I'm pretty lazy when it comes to that kind of stuff. Maybe I would just start chugging milk. I'm lactose intolerant. The poison's not going to hit me.
You would just chug orange juice.
That's true. I would just chug orange juice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my fix-all for anything.
I don't know if it would work in this case, though. I don't think orange juice can flux out a poison.
Excuse me, but who got their eye blinded and then drank orange juice?
I don't know what that means.
This guy did.
Did it fix your eye?
No, but it tasted great. Medium pulp, by the way. That's what I'm about.
Yeah.
No pulp. That's weird. That's Sunny D.
High pulp just makes it taste like all the no pulp
It feels
got put in that one.
Yeah, it feels like all the no pulp. Yeah, medium pulp feels like the amount of pulp that's supposed to be in there.
Yeah.
So Bingham declined to elaborate further or provide additional details of the alleged poisoning, citing an ongoing investigation. So we don't know what it is yet because it's an ongoing investigation. So detectives are still looking into the potential motive, he said.
Money.
I don't know if it is.
Yeah, she's probably...
Maybe independence.
No, well, she wants to gain his whole estate. I bet you she's the recipient of the will.
Well, yeah, because everything that he would own would go back to her because they're married.
So it's got to be wealth.
It doesn't have to be. You women can do things for anything. I've watched you light a dog on fire because you stubbed your toe 3 days ago. You remember that?
I didn't do that.
That's true.
It's never happened. I love my dogs.
Yeah, I didn't say it was our dog.
Oh.
You lit me on fire recently.
It was an accident.
Yeah.
I was just joking, and then...
yeah, you see how your motives can turn...
The heat was rising over there.
All of a sudden I smell
It
burning
was just
hair.
your hairs. You're fine.
Just my hairs. Light your hair's on fire. See how you handle it.
Next time I'm going for your eyebrows.
Yeah. Good luck. These things are so oily. Stay
That's
lit.
why they'll ignite.
Yeah, they'll stay lit.
A little slow burn.
Yeah. So we do believe this is a domestic-related incident, he said. There's nothing that we've discovered that has caused concern for the patients that you treated. Okay, so they're saying we think it's just isolated to her husband.
She's not a serial poisoner.
No, this is just her first time, and she really hates him. So you, whose bail was set at $30,000, that is not a lot for trying to murder somebody.
No, not when you're making that much.
Not when you live in a $2.5 million house. Hopefully he just destroys all of her credit cards. Was released from custody late Friday after posting bond.
See?
Yeah.
Yeah, the government wanted some easy cash.
Yeah, so prosecutors were reviewing the allegations to determine whether to press charges. What? The guy gives you a video of his wife poisoning his oatmeal. And
let's just hope that they're taking time to look at it just because they're trying to be careful of not doing a false persecution.
You're like, what are those? It's rat poison. She's like, no, it's raisins. You're like, okay.
Just little sleeping pills.
Yeah. So Chen filed for an emergency restraining order in Orange County on Friday, claiming he was the victim of domestic violence. Court documents reviewed by the Post show a hearing had been set for August 18th. As a dude, getting a restraining order feels weak.
Why?
Because it feels like we should be able to handle our business ourselves. And yeah. I know deep down that that's the wrong, because that's how people will end up getting hurt. Because you get in over your head, right? Like, that's why cops go in when they arrest one dude, there's 5 or 6 cops there. Because if something does happen, there's 4 or 5 other guys.
Right.
It's like a safety net, right?
Yeah, it's kind of, well, because you just know how much the law can drag. So it kind of just gives you a one-up on this person that you don't want to be around.
I understand, but it still feels like a, for lack of better words, a bitch move.
Nah, I think it's a safety mechanism. It's an extra step to take in case this person is going to pull something really crazy, and then they show up to your house and the cops go, all right, he punched this lady, but turns out he has a restraining order on her, so she shouldn't be here in the first place, and she's invading in his space, and she went and attacked him first. So it gives a better defense to the guy.
Is that what happens?
When normally they wouldn't have as good a defense. Like if you stumbled along a couple in their yard and they were fighting, and you and the police would more likely arrest the guy just because he's bigger and it's a fragile female. But if
fragile.
But if he's got a restraining order against her and she's showing up like this, the police will be like, okay, I can just take her away. It makes it the judgment system for outsiders a lot smoother.
Oh, is that what happens?
Yeah, I would say so.
All right.
As a matter of fact, I just did.
Yeah, but I still feel like a bitch if you get a restraining order. Weirdly enough. I know it doesn't logically make sense, and I don't view that for anybody else other than myself. Like if some guy told me, hey,
it's the male bravado.
It's weirdly enough, and I know logically in my brain that makes 0 sense. But deep down, somewhere in between my testicles and my gut,
that's sacred place.
I like to call it my pooch. That's where my manhood is stashed, apparently. And that part is telling me that it's a bit of a weenie move, and I have no idea why. That's just how I feel.
Yeah, it's probably a little bit of self-code.
And if a woman's allowed to use that saying, I am too.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm behaving this way. I just am.
I would say, yeah, that decision for yourself doesn't really pertain that much, or doesn't have too much weight unless you're also having to look out for some kids or something.
It's like not using a bag that has wheels. I think that is very unmasculine as well. That's another thing.
Like a travel bag.
Yeah, like a travel bag. You have to carry.
It's so much easier, though.
As a man, you need to carry your bags.
No.
I don't know why I feel that way. I just do.
This is the same stubbornness that comes when you just don't like change. Like anytime your clothes or shoes get a hole in them, you don't
You think I wasn't
it.
alive for the wheel? I've been alive for the wheel.
You've been alive for the wheel, but it's become more prominent in suitcases recently.
Suitcases have had wheels forever.
Yeah, they have, but they've gotten more elaborate with them. Before we used to have the square suitcases where you would just pull it to one side or lean it to one side and have the 2 wheels and you'd cart it around.
Okay.
Now we have the 4 wheels all around, so you're literally just like pushing. I don't know how to describe it, but everyone knows what I'm talking about.
All right. Okay. Fair enough. Now,
after that, we also have the remote control suitcases that just came out. I'm super excited for those.
Okay. Now that you've said this, would you say that men have become more masculine or less masculine as you've put more wheels in a suitcase?
Less.
That's fucking right. All these sissy men just wheeling around their bags. I don't get it. There's definitely a correlation there.
I don't think that's the cause, but I think it's an accumulation of things addition to the wheels on suitcases. However, I gotta say it's backbreaking to do a shoulder hosted.
It's backbreaking and it builds male character.
All right.
Yeah, it's all making sense now.
Why guys die faster than females.
Okay. Yeah, we built everything. That's why we die.
Yeah.
Because we listen to stupid stories about bags.
Just want to work harder, not smarter. It's fine.
Okay, it says the oldest person in your family is like 1 billion and he's a male.
I don't know what that has to do with... Well, I guess, yeah, I just said that. But kind of correlates.
And he's stubborn as whatnot.
Yeah.
He's very stubborn.
Mm-hmm.
So he also filed for divorce on Friday. Good call.
Yeah, I would have also done that.
Yeah, she should have done that. So the couple have been married since 2012 and have had 2 kids, aged 7 and 8. That's crazy.
She's despicable.
Once again, as soon as there's kids involved, unless he's hurting your kids, if he's hurting your kids, yeah, you can kill him. I think that's fair. I think that's a mother bear, and I think that's totally within her right. To protect her kids. But it doesn't seem like that.
I could see it being reasonable if it was a situation where there was a very slim chance of getting out.
Right, but... Yeah.
Because now, even, like, let's say it's not this family, but let's say... a
poor family.
Abusive father, mother, 2 kids. If she kills the father, she goes to jail. Then the kids are left with no one.
Right.
So it's probably a better position to just try to detach yourself from the father.
You know what would be the hardest thing in the world right now, as the father? Not bad-mouthing the mother to the 7 and 8-year-old.
Yeah, you can't...
You can't badmouth the mom, but at the same time, she tried to poison your ass.
Yeah, it's just they're not at the age to receive something like that.
No, you gotta...
As they get older.
I would say 20...
18.
I would say even 23, 24. I didn't become sympathetic with my parents' plight in life.
Yeah. Until
I experienced life myself.
Yeah, it's something where you got to hold off until they're a little bit more mentally mature.
Because as a kid, you're like, all we do is sit around, watch TV, and play games outside. Yeah. How hard is life, Dad?
You might or might not have had a goldfish or a guinea pig die, but that would be the closest thing you would know to death.
You don't even have to carry your bags anymore. You have 0 hardships.
Yeah, right. When the Healy Wheelies came out.
Yeah.
And then you had a rolly backpack, too.
Ugh, God. Yeah, I hated those kids.
Strolling.
Yeah.
And then, you had Weird Al's song, They See Me Rolling.
Yeah. They see me rolling.
Oh, he was mowing.
Yeah, they see me mowing my front yard.
I forgot the original song, but yeah.
So, Miss Yu, so Chen is seeking sole custody of his children. Totally reasonable, I would think.
I would take them away from that kind of mother as well.
Yeah. Would you believe she's great at home remedies?
Cancel all the life insurance policies she took out on them.
Yeah. Oh, I bet he had a monster one.
I bet he did.
That's why mine's going to be like a joke, like $22. It'll be enough for like...
I'll still do it.
It'll be just shy of an all-you-can-eat buffet. No tip. I'm not tipping.
Nobody tips at those.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
So then perfect. No tip.
I can tell you've never gone to one of those.
I have two, just not in a while. So Miss Yu absolutely and unequivocally denies trying to poison her husband or anyone else. Her attorney, David Wohl, told the Post. My God. So he wouldn't comment any further on the allegations against his client, but said that they have yet to receive video footage. She doesn't plan to go anywhere near the accusing spouse right now. Yeah, it's because everything's already poisoned. Yeah, I don't know if I could stay in that house. I'd be like, ugh, everything is poisoned.
I would have the police come in and try to just check everything.
Like a sniffing dog?
Maybe. The problem with arsenic, if it is arsenic, is it's a tasteless and no smell poison.
Yeah, I know. I've seen Princess Bride.
Right?
I don't actually think that's what it was.
No, that's not what it's from. But they made up some flowery drug.
Oh, was it? It was made up?
Yeah.
It wasn't real? I want it to be real.
What he was poisoned with? No, they sucked out his life.
Yeah, I mean, I know that part was...
They took like 70 years or something.
No, that wasn't the poison. That was the torture device.
Yeah, but that's what poisoned him.
No, iocane. Iocane powder.
Oh, I forgot about iocane.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, I went further into the film.
Yeah.
Forgot this was we were talking about the beginning.
Yeah. Exactly. You don't gamble with your life with a Sicilian. Yeah.
When death is on the line.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah. What a great movie that was. That was my tester movie for dates. So if a girl liked that movie or had never seen it and didn't like it, I only had one girl not like it. She knows who she is, and I ghosted her shortly after.
She's still waiting for Dread Pirate Roberts to come back from the sea.
As you wish. Not gonna happen.
I'd hope not.
It's gonna be somebody else in a mask, lady. It's not who you want. So Yu's biography was apparently removed from the hospital's website as of Sunday. Staffers at Yu's Mission Viejo office declined to comment when reached by the Post. Attempts to reach Yu and her husband were unsuccessful.
Oh, that has to be like one of the worst things to happen to a practice is you find out one of your doctors is just a poisoner.
Oh, yeah. That'd be terrifying. I wouldn't go back there.
As a client, no.
No, you couldn't. I don't care what kind of Groupon you're throwing out there. It's not worth it.
Yeah. Hopefully the police don't find any past situations. It sounds like she was just after her husband's money.
You're still on the money. I feel like...
What else would she be after?
Maybe she just wanted the single life.
Exactly, with all the riches.
Yeah, but none of the headache of... Maybe she liked the
Because if she wanted the single life, she would just left.
You know what's not sexy? A widower. Unless it's a man. Female widowers are not sexy.
Yeah, they are.
What?
Yeah.
No, they're not.
They are.
No,
There's been ladies that have gotten remarried so many times, multiple widowers. It's because they're a trophy wife that keeps marrying old.
Yeah. But that's because old... If old had a choice, it wouldn't be a widower. It would be a brand spanking new model fresh off the floor. It wouldn't have been a widower.
Yeah, but the widower could be relatively young.
I agree with that.
Especially if this is the route they chose to be a widower.
Yeah,
Didn't wait for old age to come in and swoop in.
Okay, fine. So sexiness has a range to it depending on how old you are. I agree with that. But what I'm saying is I think you hear of a man who's a widow.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I feel like that's sexier than a woman who's a widow.
Depends on the age.
A 35-year-old man.
And compared to a 35-year-old woman,
Sure.
I'd say they're even.
Really?
Yep.
I don't.
She's supposed to be the older, more knowledgeable lady. Should get a younger guy.
Oh yeah, that's what every guy. That's what every guy wants. I remember.
I guess even young girls nowadays know how to handle themselves, so it's fine.
No, they don't. They just behave like they do.
Yeah, they boast about it on the Twitter.
And the other thing, too,
the tick of talk.
Our generation and the generation beneath us, they're all like sexually forward, but they don't know how to sign a check.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's this weird.
Balance a checkbook.
Yeah, they can't do that.
Yeah.
But but I could handle 3 wieners. No problem.
Oh, wow.
But a 9-to-5 job? Are you out of your mind? What's wrong with you?
Just like, why would you do this to me?
My mental health. And you're like, what are you... So anyways, moving on. We got off track.
Yeah, we did. I think she's guilty.
Yeah, if somebody videotapes you poisoning, there's really not a lot of... You go, what's this white powdery substance coming down?
Sugar.
Yeah.
Why did you use confectionery sugar? Why is it so powdery?
Yeah. Why, when you got it on your skin, did you scream and run to the shower?
I can't take the extra calories absorbed through the skin. It's just not
I'm
worth
a
the
dermatologist. My skin is my business card. All right. Moving on. All right. We'll pay close attention when we find out what kind of poison it was. All right. So, moving along. Pennsylvania defense attorney charged with pressuring clients into sex.
Yeah, that's slimy.
Is it?
Yeah, that's skeezy.
Is it?
It is. You don't go to a lawyer looking for the business of getting laid. The fact that it was even brought into, it was propositioned in an event that you would need him, you said, as a defense lawyer.
Yeah, defense attorney.
Yeah, there's no business being in any realm of this situation.
We'll see. So, a defense attorney targeted vulnerable clients and pressured them into having sex in exchange for legal work, the Pennsylvania Attorney General's office said Monday.
Yeah, what if it was a wife trying to get a divorce? And he's like, I'll give you a cutoff if you go to bed with me.
Yeah, then she can say no and go somewhere else.
It's the level of standard. I don't think more morality-wise, I don't think it speaks well to his character.
But we can't see. There's this weird thing that's going on for me, at least.
Okay.
For me, viewing our society as a whole right now. Mm-hmm. We're supposed to not judge women for having a lot of sex and for using their body to make money on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
But when a man is offering a service in exchange for sex, we're supposed to be appalled by that. But I'm not supposed to be appalled by a woman selling her body for sex in order to get money, or selling her body.
I think most people are still appalled by OnlyFans.
I don't think they are.
I don't think so, because it brings in an element that shouldn't ever be a part when law is involved.
Hey, I totally agree. That being said, I'm saying that this isn't much different to me than an OnlyFans.
Besides, I don't know if he was just asking a question. What the article said, and it could just be the writer, but he said he was pressuring them with it.
Yeah, everybody pressured. Have you met a guy? A guy pressures for sex instantly.
I know.
Look at the way we dance on a dance floor.
I know, but I'm thinking that I don't think
You
pressuring.
can feel my pressure through my Wranglers.
What if he?
Is that 4 buttons? No, it's 3.
It shouldn't be in any realm of being a lawyer.
Hey, totally agree. That being said, I unless he did it in this manner, which was, hey, I need to know if you're guilty or not, so that, did you actually commit the crime? And they go, yeah, I committed the crime. And he goes, okay, I'm going to tell people unless you have sex with me. That's different.
Kinda.
But if he goes...
Still, it's kind of... It has a... Once it reaches a level for me, all of it's bad after that.
Okay, how about this? How about a taxi driver...
Okay.
is driving, and a woman comes in, and she goes, hey, I need to get to this address, but I don't have a wallet. And he goes, okay, well, you can show me your boobs, and I'll take you there.
Nope.
That's wrong?
Wrong.
So he should go, get out of the car.
Yeah, I think to a certain standard. It's really... Okay, so the taxi driver, I'll admit, I was being stubborn on that one.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I could see it in your stubborn, beady eyes.
They're not beady. They're livid.
You're so stubborn you haven't blinked yet. I will not.
Yeah, it's just it gives a... Because I feel like they're in a position of trust as a lawyer. And I don't...
Nobody trusts a lawyer.
They're in a position in trust as a lawyer. And I forgot my point now. So...
So, and it feels like a betrayal of that trust, that confidence.
Yeah. Like, I get that you're somewhat trusting a taxi driver, but I also think that anyone that gets into a taxi cab has their phone on them, ready in case the taxi driver goes the wrong route. Okay,
question. What if, same scenario, woman goes to a defense attorney. He's a very good defense attorney.
Okay.
Right? And so this isn't this is not a public attorney that you're getting to defend you, right? This is somebody that you would go to that you would have to pay out of pocket.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And you go, listen, I don't have any money, but we can have sex. And he accepts it.
At a certain level, it is other people's just business, their body, their choice, all that jazz.
So then why is it wrong for him to say...
But I think, and it's still to my same point of he's supposed to be in this position of protecting them and supposed to be holding himself to a higher standard in the case of the law. So that means not accepting prostitution as a source of payment.
Okay. I agree with you that it is immoral. Do I think it's horrible? No.
I'm not going to look at him like a murderer or an adulterer.
I just don't
think his practice itself is skeezy.
Okay, so if you had a friend that did this, would you continue to invite that friend over for dinner?
Probably not.
So that friend would be dead to you?
Not dead. I wouldn't...
Would you?
I wouldn't like him in my abode. I would see them probably at the bar and be like, oh, hey, have you been doing anything else shady lately? I'd have a quick laugh.
Yeah, he goes, hey,
or
can I buy you...
a judgmental look.
He goes, hey, can I buy you your first round? You go, what do I have to do for it?
Right? But
so, all right. Well,
I don't think I could have that person around in my home.
Okay. So, Corey J. Colcharno, there you go, is charged with 4 counts of promoting prostitution after an investigation. I also think it's weird that we have this double standard for porn's okay, but prostitution is wrong. That's another one that's weird for me.
I think it comes out on the level of like hitchhiking's illegal, and it's only hitchhiking's illegal because it is just so unsafe. So the government took it out of the people's choice. And I think prostitution kind of goes along that same line of, yeah, we're able to do it and we're very capable of doing it, but a lot of things slip through the cracks and a lot of things can't be accounted for when people partake in something like this.
Yeah, okay. I'm fine with that. I don't like the government taking anything, period, but...
I know, but yeah, hitchhiking's solely illegal just because it was...
a lot of hitchhikers went missing.
Exactly.
So, let's see here. For 4 counts of promoting prostitution after an investigation found he sexually exploited clients, tethering his performance as their counsel to a demand for sexual services from them or in exchange for payment. Now, that's wrong. If you were to say, if I pay you, and then you go, well, yeah, I mean, I would do a good job if I was a little lighter in my old sack here.
Ugh,
You
that
go,
is so gross.
You go, what are you doing? I paid you. Give me my money back. I don't have to do that.
Yeah.
Right? I've paid you. I've paid your fee. But if I'm not paying your fee, I don't see a huge...
Yeah. This
it's expensive.
Yeah. This right here is how I pictured him doing it. It would be not nice necessarily, but it would, how you had set it up previously, where if the woman couldn't pay and the guy's like, well, you can do this. That sounds much more fair to both parties.
Right. But once you pay, and then him going, well, I don't know, I might just forget this part that proves you're innocent. Right?
Yeah.
That's effed up.
Yeah.
So Colcharno, a former Lackawanna County prosecutor, was arraigned Monday and released on $20,000 unsecured bail. So this guy got $20,000 of an unsecured bail, whereas the woman who poisoned her husband got $30,000. You don't think that's a little bit of a double standard there?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think they look at your likeliness to run away. Yeah, I think the court systems definitely manipulate the bail prices to whatever's most convenient for them. And of course, if they're chasing someone super horrendous, then they're like $1 million.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's something in our system where I think it's just made out of convenience.
Yeah. So a statement issued by his attorney said Colcharno has made a conscious decision to accept responsibility. Colcharno told reporters he intended to give up his law license. Well, good for you.
He's rich now, so.
Yeah, well, maybe. I don't know. He was accepting blowjobs for law advice.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Who's to know if he's really wealthy? In bed notches. Yes.
Check out that bag frame.
Yeah, you see that? You see all those notches?
Look at that work.
Almost half of those were just because they wanted to.
He just has that put up on the wall in his office.
In his office. What is that? He goes, you'll find out soon.
Oh.
So, according to state police, Colcharno targeted women who struggled with addiction, had been sexually abused, or had financial problems. I think those people just can't pay. The sexually abused thing. To go after somebody that's sexually abused, that's sick. So, at first, he requested nude photos or worn underwear. You're a sick bastard.
Yeah, no, he's just a pervert.
Then escalated his predatory behavior into a demand for sex in exchange for legal services, authorities said. He paid his clients as much as $500.
Scum of the earth.
Oh, and he got and he paid you guys? Even better.
I would not want a lawyer like this.
No, nobody would.
No.
Unless you're broke and you need a decent lawyer.
He's scum.
So victims said that they were ashamed but felt they had no choice but to give in. Colcharno picked these victims because they had limited choices, because he thought that they were easy to silence and less likely to be believed if they ever came forward. Attorney General Josh Shapiro said in a written statement. Investigators said that they found hundreds of sexually explicit images of Colcharno's clients on his cell phone. Police said that we all know that one guy that comes to the bar and just sifts through his phone of perverted photos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got a sad, dark life.
He very much so does. So, let's see here. Police said that the crimes took place between 2018 and 2022 when Colcharno was a partner in the Fanucci and Colcharno law firm outside of Scranton. Huh. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm torn on it because, like I said, I'm trying to be forward with. I'm trying to be fair here.
With OnlyFans, being able to be as broadcasted and open-minded as it is. And then you can't really apply that to other jobs.
But a guy can't go out and ask for women for sex or try to pressure women into sex. But a woman can go out there and advertise sex, and that's okay. But a guy can't go out and ask for sex. That's...
I think it goes more along the line as the women have chosen that line of work, whereas these other girls are just normal moms, teachers. They're not supposed to be mentally prepared for something like that.
Never had a summer job before? It's not your career. You're just doing it for a summer job.
That's another level to someone ask you to prostitute.
I agree, but not much.
I know you don't. And it sickens me. No.
We'll wait till I ask later.
Yeah, I guess that helped me figure it out a little bit more. It's the fact that these women didn't choose to go about their day. They weren't like, oh, and then I'm going to go strip in front of a camera and broadcast my goodies to the world. Right.
They went there with the intent purpose of going, okay, I got to go to see a lawyer today. Not, oh, I got to go take off my clothes and have sex.
Yeah.
For my lawyer.
Yeah, exactly. They were kind of just put into a dirty position.
I agree with that sentiment. Right. Right. Okay, fair enough. I agree with that.
Okay.
Still.
It is kind of a double standard.
It is the
world has become very hypersexual.
Well, just the Western part. Well, what we're doing is we're hypersexualizing women while at the same time shaming men for their sexuality.
Yeah, like look at the previous Super Bowl halftime with J-Lo and
Shakira.
Wasn't it what was it, Thee Stallion?
Oh, Megan Thee Stallion. No, you were talking about it wasn't Lopez, J-Lo. It was you're talking about WAP?
I think so. I thought it was J-Lo. Okay, maybe I got it mixed up. I think it was two sexual ones back to back then.
No, well, J-Lo never really... she's scantily dressed, but she's never really, like, sexual.
Oh, okay.
So there's J-Lo and Shakira. And they did the Super Bowl one. I think you're thinking of Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B.
Oh, at the Oscars or something. It was Grammys.
Grammys or Oscars or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And so there really is a weird double standard where we're supposed to go, you go, girl, for... gyrating your hips like that in front of everybody.
Yeah.
You're so impressive and brave.
I'm glad your stage is a giant bed.
But then when guys do something like this where they go out and they go, hey, listen, instead of a lawyer fee, how about I'll even give you $500. I'll even give you $500 and we can just have sex instead. And so I'll do my job, you'll get $500 and we'll have sex.
No.
See, that doesn't sound that bad.
Yeah, it's a look, don't touch type mentality.
Yeah, right. And guys, you can't touch them.
Yeah.
And I know that, but I can just totally understand why guys are going, there's this weird double standard where these women are really sexualized right now, but I'm not allowed to treat them like they're overly sexualized, even though that's what I'm seeing, and they're being celebrated for being overly sexual. I don't know. Weird dichotomy that's going on right now.
True.
All right, moving on.
Okay,
and I think I've just got one more story for you guys.
Ooh, nice.
All right. So, for the final story of the day.
Of Friday.
That's right. Thank you, Melissa. A UK man caught by police after hiding inside a giant teddy bear. You wish it would work.
You do.
Yeah.
Did that bear just move?
Yeah. Does that bear sound...
Oh, man.
Yeah, does that bear sound like Darth Vader? That is how they caught him, actually.
Oh, yeah.
So he was able to run, but could barely hide. A man who was wanted for car theft and failing to pay at a gas station I don't even know how you can do that. I guess you just go inside and steal, but you can't steal gas. To pay at a gas station, was sent to jail Friday after police found him hiding inside a teddy bear in Manchester, England. Joshua Dodson. How old do you think he is?
25.
18. Very young.
How?
Yeah. Stuffed himself inside the giant 5-foot teddy bear at his girlfriend's house when he tried to escape from police. There's nothing more masculine than hiding in front of it, inside a giant teddy bear, my man.
She's just like, oh my goodness, honey, you came to visit me. What are you doing to my bear? Did you just rip him in the back?
That was a gift. He goes, shut up, Bernice.
I'll get you another one.
Yeah. So when we went to arrest him, our officers noticed a large bear breathing in the address before finding Dobson hidden inside. And his heartbeat was going like just
right.
Quiet, heart. Quiet.
Yeah, I've never been able to figure that out during hide and seek, how to calm your breathing.
Yeah.
I always breathe.
Yeah. I know, it's always the worst.
I've never breathed like this before.
Yeah. All of a sudden, my breathing is just loud as... It's like I'm breathing chips.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. So Dodson's botched plan unfolded in May when police were on the hunt for him after he stole a Mitsubishi SUV worth $10,364.
Wow, $64 too, huh?
Down to the penny. So Dodson was caught when police raided his girlfriend's home and spotted the teddy bear breathing in a corner.
Must not have gotten a big enough one.
No, that's what you get for being a cheapskate, Dodson. So that's when police yanked the man from the teddy bear inside the home. So he admitted to the theft of the Mitsubishi SUV and an additional car theft afterwards.
Yeah, maybe they gave him a little bit of a break then.
Maybe they gave him some honey. He's a truth bear. Yeah. Yeah. Well, he tried.
Yeah, we've all had that idea of hiding in a giant stuffed animal.
Yeah, usually it's for like hide and seek. My go-to is laundry hamper baskets.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, nobody ever checks the laundry basket for some reason.
You can just pile a little extra clothes on top of your head.
Yeah, you just put it right in there. That used to be my go-to. Although you get stuck sometimes.
I was a big one for cabinets.
Cabinets? Mm-hmm. Okay, those are nice.
Too scared of the dryer to pull that one off.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Let's see here. No, that was really it. It was pretty easy once you figured out my MO. I was always in the hamper.
Outside, I always held sticks to make me look like a tree.
Okay.
I even put one in my mouth. Multiple branches. You gotta be thorough.
Right. Because that's what was stopping me from believing you were a tree. I look over and I go, is that a single branch? That idiot. She's such a moron. Why don't you just hide behind a tree?
Because that'd be the first place they'd look.
Is behind the tree. But then so has anybody ever looked behind you to see if somebody was hiding?
Well, okay, to give me a better light in this hide game.
No. We're giving you the light that you gave us. It is nobody else's light. Nobody's blocking you.
It did happen towards the end of the night, so it's getting a little gray in the sky.
All right, so it's about dusk.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so it's a little bit more shadowy.
Twilight,
yeah.
As they say, which is, according to Reign of Fire, Matthew McConaughey, that's when dragons see the least well.
Yeah. True. Good note.
Yeah, they see fantastic during the day and even better at night. You're like, oh, how do we defeat that? And he goes, there's twilight. That's the witching hour.
They don't They're just not able to transition well.
He was great in that movie. That was a great movie.
I really did like the shaved head.
The shaved head and the beard. He looked like a badass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He tried to kill it with an axe. We all knew that wasn't going to work, but it didn't stop him from trying.
Oh, no.
All righty, guys. Well, that's all I've got for you today. All right.
Yep, we picked you dry. Now we're ready for the weekend.
That's right. We'll let you know. We're about to go discover to see if Mel can really pull off a tree.
Yeah. You guys are welcome to try it with me in your weekend game of tag and hide and go seek.
I really just think your elementary theater director just thought you had zero acting talent and just convinced you that you could play a tree really well.
I don't know. I did get a star role, so I was not a tree.
Well, were you a bush?
I had speaking lines.
Oh, so you were a magic bush.
It was the church, so it was a burning bush. Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Nice. In the church production, I was the janitor and little drummer boy.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I made up a role for you.
The second most speaking roles,
sure,
might I have you?
That's what they told you.
No, that's definitely what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Wink,
I'm a
wink.
star, guys.
Sure.
And all the other kids didn't know how to push a broom. It was a ritzy neighborhood.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, that's all I've got for you guys today. Thank you for tuning in to another fantastic episode of Sheep. And as always,
stay classy out there, everyone.
there